Ladies and gentlemen, happy Friday. Welcome to Finish the Story. I am your host, Keegan Ray. I am joined here by my co-host, producer, and best friend, Mr. Trent Ludzak.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on, man?
Oh, I'm just hanging out, you know.
So, dude, we have not truly addressed it, but when we had Seven on, I was being an idiot, not really listening. I had no idea. So your hair was past your belly button?
Yes.
So that's like, you could have made a wig. Somebody
Yeah.
could have a Trent
But
wig
it
right
costs
now.
$3,000 to do that on the low end.
Why?
It's hard to do, I guess.
I thought people gave it away to charity.
Yeah. That's
And
charity.
then it costs $3,000 for them to
I
make
mean,
a
they've
wig.
probably got connections, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, they got a
They
sweatshop.
got a wig person.
Yeah,
yeah, we got some kids.
Yeah.
on
They're,
the
they're
low.
sending them somewhere.
Dude, looks good, but I had no idea. I was like, holy shit.
Do you think that...
After that episode, I
Hold
thought
up.
about it.
Do you think
was
the
like,
sweatshop kids are the kids that need the hair?
oh my God, dude. Yeah. You think they pick it up, like, put it on? Like, as a joke? I'm American.
Work hard. Make them good. These are your wages.
Oh, my God. Dude, wigs are creepy to me.
Yeah.
Wigs are creepy. That's
Mhm.
like probably the creepiest, like, I don't like it. Like the little headless thing that they put them on. When I was a kid, that creeped
Yeah.
me out.
Yeah, the headlet, like the thing to practice.
Finding that in the attic, get at it. Dude, my cousin. So my cousins lived in like one of these
Wait,
old,
you guys had one in an attic? Did you live in
my
a
mom was a
haunted house?
hairdresser.
Oh,
my mom was a
okay,
hairdresser
okay.
and like did beauty and stuff. But at
That
my
makes
cousins,
sense.
you want to talk about a haunted fucking house? They lived in this old like fucking, I guess there's no way it's like a plantation house, but that's the style
Oh,
of home.
Yeah.
With like 20 fucking rooms. But dude, this basement was like a dirt floor, Silence of
Yup.
the Lambs basement.
Mhm.
And I remember being a kid and being terrified of this basement. But then
Yeah.
when I heard the adults talking about how scared they were of the basement, that's when
Yeah.
it sunk in. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is for real creepy, dude.
Yeah.
They used to have this stuffed lion that would, I swear to God, as a kid, it would
Nah,
move
you
around,
can't.
dude.
You can't put that in that basement. Don't
Bro.
put a stuffed lion in the haunted basement.
It had these eyes that, like, in the middle of the night, you'd, like, wake up and see it in the closet. You're like, oh, my God. It was, like, 25 bedrooms in that place. So
yeah.
you'd be in a bedroom by yourself just creeped
Yeah.
the fucked out.
Yeah.
Like,
The ceiling is 12 feet high.
you know what else this house had that just never made sense to me? It had this giant staircase with no railing that went in the living room, so you could just fall, and they had a big 100-gallon fish tank under
Oh,
it.
good.
Yeah, so you as a kid,
Sharks in there.
yeah, you could just fall off into the fucking fish tank.
Damn.
They also had a sliding glass wall that separated the dining room, so it was just a plate of glass. So
A sliding glass wall?
to
That's-
separate the formal dining room. So as a kid, you'd just be running across the house and just slam.
Damn.
Because fucking Georgia kept that shit clean as hell, dude. No spots on it. Couldn't see
Yeah.
it. Could not see it.
That's awesome.
That's the
Man,
best.
my family also had a haunted basement.
Really?
Yeah,
Oof.
it was the house that my dad grew up in,
Oh,
up
so
in
it's
northern
old.
Wisconsin. It's still there. If we ever go up there, you could see it.
Is it creepy?
So yeah, it's I would also describe it as a Silence of the Lambs style. Like if I was gonna list the house on Zillow,
No way. I'm out
it
already.
would be Silence of the Lambs style, to the point where it was like a root cellar basement.
Oh, no.
So it had like a door
That's a dungeon.
on the
basically.
outside.
That's
Yeah,
a
it had like a
dungeon,
door
no.
on the outside. And the only productive thing I've ever done in that basement, anything at all, was butcher deer meat.
Oh, I knew you were going to say kill an animal or
Yeah,
something. I was
yeah.
like, we're going animals.
Well, because hunting season, we would,
Oh, man.
when you're shooting the deers, you shoot one and then you've got to hang it from the tractor
God. Did you have like
out
fucking,
so that you can see it from the road. So you can be like, look, we got 4 of these motherfuckers.
Oh,
These-
you have to show off a little bit?
Yeah, yeah,
A
yeah.
little flex for
For sure.
everybody? Yeah, we got
And
some
plus
dead
it's
animals.
cold, so if you
Yeah.
hang it out, it's basically keeping it in the fridge.
So nothing just comes and takes it, though? Like coyote or something? That's what I'd be worried
Dude, I'll
about.
fight a coyote. No.
It's just out
Yeah.
there.
That's what we do is like you're like
Bundled
getting
up.
into the, like some people are like, you have to take a bite out of your first deer's heart.
What?
You've never heard that?
No.
Yeah.
What?
My family
That's some
wasn't one of
voodoo
those.
shit. What are you talking about?
So mostly,
What is this, Bad Boys Records?
so mostly what it
I take a
is,
bite out of the heart.
mostly what it is, I think, is bad uncles
Yeah, that's
who are like, I wonder if I can get him to
Yeah.
do it.
they like watch you do it, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Holy shit,
yeah. I think that's most of it,
you sick fuck!"
for sure.
Yeah, that's
That's-
Ozzy.
It's so that you can find if you have a serial killer kid.
Yeah, for sure.
If you suggest
Oh
it to
my
your
God.
child and they
I
do
hope
it,
the
you're
girls-
like, we got to watch this one.
Jesus, could you imagine?
It might be best if Billy doesn't come back from this hunting trip.
Could you imagine? I just walked down the hallway. I got like the little twins. They look like the twins from The Shining. How creepy would that
Pretty.
be?
It's gonna.
I
you're
hope
gonna-
I don't have creepy
Dude,
kids.
you're gonna get scared a lot.
Yeah. I used to scare my parents. I remember being sick and standing over my mom and just staring at her like asleep and her waking up and being like, "Oh my God." And I'm like, "I'm sick." Like as a kid, I didn't even think about it. Now I think back, like, that's terrifying. It's a little sick, like,
Dude, there's just fluids coming out of your orifices.
oh my God.
Oh.
Yeah, can I get in bed with you?
'Cause,
No.
like, here's the thing: when you're a kid, you really like drip out of your face,
Oh, you just leak.
like in a way that I haven't as an adult.
Yeah, that's
ever,
why
I think.
everybody that has parent or all the parents just walk around with shit on their shoulder because kids are just leaking constantly.
Pretty gross.
I mean, what are
Pretty
you gonna
gross.
do? Yeah, they can't wipe themselves,
I mean, they can. They
bro.
just don't
They told
know that
me
they
in a
should.
book that I was reading, they're like babies have 3,000 diapers a month or something, and I was like, that is outrageous. Then it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like,
You have two.
times two. It's gonna look like Wally
I
at
might-
my house.
I might hit that registry, send you another bundle of diapers after hearing that.
Crazy.
Whoa,
Dude,
bro, they should. What? How big are the packs of them again?
I don't know. They're expensive though.
I
They hit
mean-
me with the price.
Yeah, I bought a pack of whatever.
They
was on
have
the
you bent over the
registry.
barrel though, because what are you gonna do? Have a cloth diaper and now I'm washing shit in my sink 4 times, 5 times a day, 10 times a day. Now I'm just a shit washer. No,
Yeah.
no fucking way.
I mean, that's what you're gonna do. Basically, here's the thing. I'm not even sure we're gonna be recording podcasts for like a couple months.
nah, I'm doing it. I've already made it.
you're
I got
committed.
my mother-in-law in town.
Oh yeah, that will help.
Which, by the way, we did not talk about this. I barely briefed on this on the last episode, dude. Like, my parents are cool, right? Like, I got
Yeah.
cool parents.
Yeah.
My parents are not walking the house from an 8-hour trip and rip the bong cool.
Yeah.
I was like, dude,
My parents aren't that.
that
cool.
is the fucking coolest.
My parents are like, don't make demeaning remarks about my apartment when they visit. Cool.
Yeah, that is nice. That
Yeah.
sucks when somebody starts jabbing at the apartment.
Yeah, but my parents are like they're like me, where they're like, well, here's the good stuff about it.
Mhm. Yeah. My mom was always good for that.
Yeah.
Like, she wouldn't say it was dirty. She'd just kind of start cleaning. Dude, nothing makes you clean more than if you're a single guy and you're gonna have a girl over
Yeah.
at the house. You just
Why do
run
you think
around
this
and just,
place is a mess?
you just stuff shit in the closet. You're like, if she opens this closet for whatever
Yeah.
reason.
Girls and parents are the two things.
Parents too. Parents are intense. I remember in college, you're like, is there anything incriminating?
Dude, I get like PTSD flashbacks when that happens. I'm like, I've got to scrub the bathtub better.
Oh yes. Yeah, you don't want it. It's
Yeah.
all a facade. You're
Yeah.
trying to.
Oh yeah, it's pretending at its most
That's
elaborate.
what's alarming is when you go to somebody's house and they knew you were coming and they have like a black ring around you. Like, this was cleaning it up.
Yeah.
Like, this was churching it up.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that I am not the most organized person
Mm-hmm.
or the most clean person. I'm not the worst with either, but combined, that's a rough combo.
Yeah, it's tough, man. There's so much that living with a woman, like, the amount of laundry she does is crazy. I'm like, it's not even. I usually let it get to an emergency status before.
Yeah.
Like, when I don't have anything else is when I'm like, all right, we got.
I'm thinking about going mail order.
Like laundry? No.
Now, as soon as I found out that male didn't mean man, I was like, oh.
Like, nah, dude, that's just gay.
Just buy one. That
That's
seems like
crazy.
the
That
easiest
seems
way.
like that just isn't gonna. You're gonna be on 90 Day Fiance, dude.
Nah, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah, that seems.
My
like,
dad did suggest I should try to get on House Hunters.
I think the hair is a good step. It's less intimidating.
Yeah,
It was intimidating. The long
Yeah.
hair is intimidating.
I was kind of trying to do that.
Yeah, it's not, that doesn't help. That's not.
It worked on stage pretty well.
Yeah, it does definitely. But
But this also works on stage.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't do my skunk ape joke anymore.
No, you can just because that's such a funny term. Like the term.
It's
never,
crazy, yeah.
It's having any sort of long hair and a beard is too.
It's a term that nobody's ever heard fully out of context until now, and then it rings weird.
Yeah, skunk ape. That should be your special, dude.
It probably should, yeah.
Get that guy that did Liam's
No.
artwork. Have that.
We should do albums first.
Yeah, albums. Yes,
Easier.
a lot easier.
But we'll see. If I get a house, we're gonna. That's why my dad said House Hunters, because he's like, you're looking to get a place and rent a room to somebody, another comic,
Which is crazy.
which
that
is
you're
the
looking at
kind of
houses.
storyline that House Hunters wants.
Right.
Is
That is crazy.
is
yeah.
it somebody trying to do entertainment looking for a house near a big city?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if that's the audience that I'm looking for,
Yeah.
I don't know if the people watching HGTV are the
Dude.
people that are looking to hear my jokes.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Does
I have an HGTV idea ever since I've been watching it with Christina at the OBGYN. My idea is you have a couple that comes in and they fight bitterly in front of the people like cats and dogs the entire time. And then at the end, they reconsole and then they sell the house. Because every time you watch that, they're like doing all the renovations. You're
Yeah.
like, no fucking way that these people
Yeah.
aren't killing each other. Anytime I've ever done anything in the house, it's
Yeah.
you're fighting. That's half
Bro,
of it.
IKEA is notorious for breaking people up.
Dude, IKEA.
And that comes with instructions. And do you know what?
Bullshit instructions.
IKEA, if you can't put together IKEA furniture, you're stupid.
yeah.
Because I have never once used directions for IKEA furniture, and I've never had any problems. It literally, like, if you take it out and you put it all next to each other, 9 out of 10 times, you might need to look at, like, one page of the instruction just to be like, I don't know what this random board does.
I used to, I had an idea for a podcast a long time ago because I was putting together IKEA furniture with this dude. And he was, well, it's kind of where I came up with Finish the Story because he would tell me stories while we
Yeah.
did it. But I've always wanted to do a podcast where you get a guest, you give them the instructions, but you ask them questions while they're trying to look over the instructions. And then 10 minutes, you take it away. And then you got to build the thing.
That is it is a hilarious.
That'd be so fun.
That would be a fun Patreon thing.
Yeah, putting it together.
Hey, if I buy a house, we can use it to
Definitely
furnish
do
my house.
The only thing that I was always saying that when I met Max, that was when it clicked where I was like, oh, this is doable, was I was like, you need multiple cameras
Yeah.
and then you need lapel mics is the big thing because you got to have both hands to build it.
Yeah.
I was like, it'd be fun too as the guest. Like as the guest, you have to build it, and as the host, you can only help them if they ask you to do something.
Yeah.
Like, hey, will you do this? You're
Will
like,
you
"Yeah."
hold this?
And then at the
Yeah.
end, you just finish the podcast and you see where you're at. Like,
Yeah.
what did you build? Do it on mushrooms.
I think here's the thing: some people would do really well. Like Jason Halsey would crush
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, there'd be some people that crush.
Daniel Delano, big problem.
There would be some people, especially if you allow people to drink,
Oh yeah, if you're feeding somebody beers,
eat some muffins. You got 20 minutes, maybe. By the time those get on,
honestly, you shouldn't even be talking to me. You should be staring at these pieces, trying to figure out how they go together.
yeah, the worst is when you start missing letters of the IKEA furniture. That's frustrating. When you can't find, you're like, where the fuck is K?
I haven't been to an IKEA as an adult.
Oh, really? It's insane. It's just the sheer size of it is hard to take in. I was walking around hitting my pen, and I was just like, holy shit, dude. You get lost in one. I'm surprised there's not people living in them.
There probably are.
But yeah, there's got to be. There's
They-
got to be, dude. There was a guy that did that.
Bros, IKEA security locking up at the end of the night must be the most terrifying job There's so many corners to check
Some
around.
homeless guys on PCP doing night at the museum, having a fucking Pee Wee Herman moment,
And
talking to the bed.
And here's the problem: by the time you find him, you're both lost.
We're all mad here. You're like, oh God. Yeah.
I wasn't homeless when I came here. That was 8 years ago.
Dude.
I've been living off of Swedish meatballs ever since.
I mean, there was a guy that did that at the Fox Theater. He was living at the Fox Theater for fucking years, and nobody ever knew because there's all these little rooms back there, like green rooms. So he was just living in there in an apartment.
He just like locked it.
He
and
would just
nobody
come
could-
out, watch the shows, go back in there. Yeah, he had like his own exit.
That's sick.
I think if you get away with it for like 20 years,
That's yours now.
that's your apartment. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't.
If nobody came and checked on you,
Yeah. Steve told me that story. I looked it up. I was like, dude, how? And you know that guy is like, once you get away with it for like 2 years, you're like, your third Christmas, you're like, I fucking
Yeah.
figured it
yeah,
out.
your third Christmas, you're walking a Christmas tree through the lobby. You're like,
Yeah, you're like, dude, I'm part of the Nutcracker staff. You would probably just start acquiring so much cool shit.
oh yeah, just nab some stuff
Oh,
from the
keys,
crew.
soup.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have a flashlight and a black T-shirt, you could go anywhere backstage.
How many years in before you try to fully become Phantom of the Opera?
I don't know. Maybe 3 weeks, dude.
Get a mask.
Yeah, first time you have a nip of alcohol.
As soon as I figure out how to get to the rafters.
I think he was. I think that's how, because when
Yeah.
he came out, he came to the back, so he would slide out to the seats. Like he was in the back balcony. He had like, because there's all these
Oh.
hallways and stuff everywhere because of the plays.
I've
like
never
people
been
being
there.
able to run up and be on the back balcony for, Phantom of the
Oh,
Opera
okay.
and shit. So he started learning all
used
the
those.
catacombs of.
Dude,
Yeah,
I respect that man.
that's awesome. That guy probably loved it for a
Could
long
we have
time.
him on the podcast, you think?
I think he's probably DED. Probably having a birthday in heaven. I think because he was older. Like, that was a while ago.
Damn.
Yeah.
What? I mean,
How
what
many
a
people
legend,
do you
though.
think are doing that in New York? Just ratting a hole in it
Bro.
somewhere.
I bet it's half of your favorite comedians.
I mean, there was a guy in Savannah that was a homeless dude, and we had like this utility hallway that nobody used. And like one day I opened it up to walk down, and he was like in there, and I was just like, dude, I'll give you a couple days. Like I'll give
Yeah.
you a couple days, but you can't.
Please don't tear it apart.
Yeah, you can't like live here, and don't make me
Yeah.
regret not saying anything. But it was like shitty outside. It was like raining. I was like, I'm not that cold. And I'm like, if I call the police, they'll probably shoot this guy.
Yeah.
don't
and now I got to clean blood out of here.
Dude. Yeah.
I had to do that last time.
No, that place was, I couldn't believe he was there because I was like, dude, I would never go down there. The amount of spiders that I saw down there, holy shit.
Dude, and now we got these giant Japanese spiders.
What the fuck is that about? They're everywhere at my house. I walked out of the garage yesterday and it got on me. Had a full meltdown.
Dude.
I had my shirt off, taking out the fucking trash can, trying to do good.
No.
Mother-in-law's home, so I'm trying to do like heady,
Yeah. You're trying to be like a good.
Yeah, just like a good, let me take the trash out.
Yeah.
Completely bitched out in the driveway. And I was
Taking your
sweaty.
shirt off.
So as soon as
Ah.
it just all over me. Are they poisonous? They look.
They're not deadly, but apparently it hurts a lot.
That's what I was going to say. It looks like it fucking hurts.
Yeah.
And they're big, dude.
Yeah.
So how did they get here? They
Who
parachute?
knows? I think they've been in Florida for years, but now they're making their way up.
Fucking course, dude. Of course, Florida brought
You know
them.
where I saw the most of them ever, though?
Where?
South Korea.
They're in Korea, too?
Dude, they were huge. The biggest one I ever saw was this big in Korea.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, a fucking dinner plate size spider?
Yep. And those things, those weird lanky black and yellow ones. Yeah.
Fuck that.
Because those, so like razor wire, right? Have I told you this on the podcast? Okay.
No.
Razor wire is, around when you're on military bases in foreign countries.
Uh-huh.
In Korea, if you were to fall in any section of that, like say any 10-foot section of that, probably had 200 of those spiders in it. Like it was just it's a perfect circle for them to build a web in. So they just all build webs in there.
What a fucking nightmare. Not only did you fall in razor wire,
But now you're covered in spiders.
dude,
Yeah.
that's nightmare fuel.
Spiders.
You
are
would
bad.
never be good after that.
No.
You would never be okay after
Call
that.
back to last episode. That
Ooh.
would be as much emotional trauma as seeing a bomb at the Olympics.
I mean, that would fuck you up so bad.
I mean, you might die, die.
You know what fucked me up one time? At my house, so we had this house, so in Kennesaw, and it was the last house. So next to it, like on the left, was all woods. So it was like big time spiders, you know.
Yeah.
So I had a roommate that moved in, and I'm like, dude, the spiders are crazy. One night, I just hear him like, because the laundry room was outside, and you had to step down, and there was these wolf spiders. That, I mean, they look like tarantulas.
Yeah, they're like this big.
Yeah, it's scary.
There was
Barefoot, going to the laundry room, terrifying. And you're holding a laundry basket, bad news. So we have one in the main like foyer. I'm like, oh fuck! I just got home. I'm drunk from the bar. I'm like, gross, a spider. I step on it, babies. Like to
No.
where, yes, like the floor is just moving. I look up, my roommate's like, yo, what's up? He looks down, he's like, oh my God, dude. He just runs and grabs a bottle of bleach and just dumps it on the floor. And we immediately just started like stomping and
Yeah.
bleaching, like chemical warfare.
I mean, sometimes you need to resort to the little bit of chemical warfare. I had a big session in here the other day.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
What was your session in here?
No, it
I
was-
saw the spray out.
A couple roaches.
Oh,
I saw one huge one. I think
Uh-huh.
sometimes they get in through that window
yeah.
because it flew down
Oh,
to
that's the
there.
worst.
And I was like, and it was like that big. I was like, I'm going to murder the shit out of this
Uh-huh.
guy.
That's the worst. I had that happen when a girl came over to my house.
Oh,
I was like, God damn it.
and it's funny because like roaches, they don't freak me out anymore. But every time that, I've
Uh-huh.
seen one like half fly, they do that weird like hover fly.
Yeah.
I'm like, my gut drops. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's so
no.
gross. It's disgusting.
Ugh.
Savannah used to have those big ass fucking cockroaches. Savannah had one time I was outside on my patio and I was talking to my neighbor and I thought a cat crawled up beside her and it was a
No.
fucking river rat.
No.
Dude, you want to talk about showing my true colors?
No.
I fucking ditched her so fast. I ran inside my apartment so quick. That thing was
You
gigantic.
thought it was a cat?
I was talking to her and I just like saw it come up and I was like, the fuck? And I looked down. It was the only reason it was that tail. It had that long ass rat tail. Yeah, wharf rats is what's. No, I'm talking about it was a rat. Wharf rat.
Oh, wharf rat.
Yeah. They're really prominent in like New Orleans and Savannah and like that motherfucker was like,
Whoa.
dude, it's beaver size.
It's like it looks
Put it up on the screen.
Bro,
That shit was horrific.
it looks exactly like the thing from The Princess Bride.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing crawled up beside us.
No.
Yeah, I was like, no.
Although I feel like if I was drunk and I got a hold of one of those, I'd swing it around by its tail.
Oh my God.
Those things probably carry all the disease.
Oh, I was about to say, if you get bit, you have to cut your arm off, like Walking
Yeah.
Dead. Immediately amputate.
You're like Evil Deading it with like a like a turkey cutting knife.
Have to.
Yep.
Oh my God, yeah.
Mandatory.
That is. Rats is like a no go for me on
Yeah.
a living situation.
I don't like.
No. It's bad, and once it starts, it's really hard to get rid of.
Yep.
It's like my friend is battling fleas right now
Ooh.
because her neighbor's house was like infested.
Damn.
It's my old place.
Oh.
So my old place, the lady that lived next door, she moved out, and dude, that place
new
is. The
people.
guy was like, it's just fleas everywhere, and that makes sense because every time I take Banjo out on a leash, she would get fleas because that lady just let that. And it's like, how is that lady living in there? She's just living in a flea-infested apartment.
Whoa.
What the fuck is she doing?
That's pretty gross.
Just coming in and passing out, drinking till
Yeah.
she fucking passes out.
The scary place to be mentally is where you stop caring about the bugs. Like it needs
Yeah.
to be a constant battle over this is my territory.
Yeah. You have to. That's the only thing you have. Especially like that always snapped me out of depression. Like I could battle a rat. I'd be like, all right,
Yeah.
dude. It's me and you.
Oh yeah, when I get a house, I'm gonna be making contraptions and shit.
No, you just get a cat. Just get a cat. Let it kind of free roam around. They're good
I am
company.
allergic.
Yeah, you won't be. Once you get a cat, you get over it. I mean, it's hell for a little bit.
How long is a little bit?
I don't know. My ex-girlfriend had 2 cats, and that was before I had Banjo. And the first time I went over to her house, dude, I couldn't even stay. I, like, finished dinner, and she's like, well, what do you want to do now? It's like fucking run to Walgreens and get a bit of, like, I'm dying, lady. And my eyes were swollen up, and I just kept coming over, like, and now I have a cat. But you can't take any medicine for it because your body has to. It's the same thing as allergy shots. You're just introducing it.
So you just have to suffer for a while?
You have the itchiest fucking face and sinuses. You know that itch that goes in your ear? Yeah, you get that. But it's worth it. You get a little cute buddy that shits in a sandbox that you got a fucking Dahlonega gold mine to
I don't
want to
get stupid, though.
Yeah. What?
I'm not smart enough to get stupider.
What do you mean?
What's it called?
The thing?
Toxoplasmosis?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
I believe it.
I do too, because I really like my cat. maybe I mean, the first thing they tell pregnant women is do not do the kitty litter.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. Should I not be doing the kitty litter?
Yes, you should not be doing the kitty litter.
I mean, somebody has to. It's crazy how much they shit.
No, you don't have to.
What?
Get an outdoor cat. If a cat respects you enough, it will return.
No, I can't. Dude,
My family had outdoor cats.
I know. I live next to cars and stuff. I just would feel terrible.
Survival of the fittest, Keegan.
I
You
would
might
feel
go through
terrible.
a few of them in a couple
I
of
would
years,
feel terrible,
but you'll
dude.
run into one of them where you'll be like, this is a survivor, and it'll be your best cat.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that happened to a friend of mine right in front of her, right before the pandemic, right before she got fucking no job and got locked down. Yeah. And just found out her boyfriend was stealing pills from her.
Ooh.
Yeah, so they broke up and then the pandemic
Hey, those
happened.
are my opiates.
Dude, literally, like, there was
That seems
a
like
lot more Adderall in here.
Seems like a not healthy relationship.
And he just literally was like, nuh-uh. Nuh-uh, dude. He gave me the classic,
Give me my. He started replacing it with meth crystals.
It's just like, yeah.
It's the same thing.
It's a bag of fucking glass. Same, babe. Adderall is too much for me. That was something I just did not.
Yeah.
I like as a kid was prescribed to it and was like, no. Made me too sweaty. I did not like that. My palms were sweaty. And dude, as a
your
kid
knees
and
weak?
like, yeah.
Arms heavy?
Yeah, mom spaghetti all over the
Yeah.
front of my shirt, dude. It was like, at the
I
time,
had to.
I'm like early in high school, like 9th grade, sweaty pits, devastating
good.
in class.
Yeah.
Devastating. Everybody's like, why are you sweating so bad? We're sitting stationary.
Yeah.
You have to
I
raise
think
your
mine
hand.
was like 10th grade when I had like one grade where I was doing Adderall.
Yeah.
Not prescribed.
I mean, Lord knows I was doing it not prescribed. Once they introduced the little beads in the 60s, boy, oh boy, you want
the
rocket
extended
fuel?
release?
Yeah, you want to put a stick of dynamite up your ass?
You want to do well all day?
You want to really study?
Do you want to take so many notes?
that don't make any sense.
No, that was my hack actually. I would take it on the day before the test because the day before the test they go over all of the same material.
Yeah.
So I would take it that day and then I would just take incredible notes for that period and then I would always do well on the test.
The one thing, yeah, that's a good idea. The one thing I would want to talk so much because it felt so good to talk. This is talking people's ear off.
It's meth. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
One of the things they do.
I remember we took Adderall and went to a football game.
That's a different vibe for that.
Well, because we're on the side of the football, just watching the
You're just watching football.
Yeah, just on the sidelines, 9th graders. And I remember we learned how good gum is on stimulants. Like my buddy was like, I usually don't fuck with gum. Just chewing it like your life depended on it, dude. Woke up the next day, my face was so sore.
Oh, yeah.
Just chomping Big League Chew out there.
I used to snowboard on Adderall sometimes. Not a good time.
No,
I mean, here's the thing. It's fun, but it's also like you're trying to land a trick, and you're just going to keep trying it and not doing it.
Yep. You haven't eaten in like 48 hours. You're just sicky. Just out there shaky. I got to get the fakie.
I'm glad that I had a short run with that.
Yeah,
one.
me too.
And I got it out of the way early, like 10th grade, like literally the 10th grade semester, and then I lost
That's about where I
contact
was.
with the guy that that like I was getting it from because he like went to jail or something. Who knows?
Thank God. Thank God I didn't have that period. It was also like I never had a benzo stage. I got to watch people on Xanax, and I was like, I have no desire for that.
I learned enough about it ahead of time. Like I learned the bad stuff about benzos before I knew anything about Xanax being cool.
I watched a friend of mine fall asleep at a Red Hot Chili Peppers concert, and I was like, dude, what? Like, that sucks so bad.
I mean, that is pretty peak Chili Peppers, though.
I mean, it was just like, he was like, I'm going to take a Xanax and just be chill. And then we got in, and he was like dead asleep. I was like, dude, you fucking paid for a ticket. Like, that sucks. It's the worst experience.
Yeah, I've never tried it. No interest in it.
No. Never. And the biggest anxiety of drinking is not remembering things.
Yeah.
So as soon as somebody's like, you don't remember anything, I'm like, get me out of there. That's the worst.
Yeah.
When I wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Ooh.
Why is there... Yeah, I always know by the playlist of what kind of mood I ended the night on.
Yeah. If I end on a Billy Joel mood, there was tears coming.
Yeah, I was about to say, I definitely cried last night. Holy shit. I watched that Mac Miller Tiny Desk. I was weeping on the walk home. I fucking miss him. It's so embarrassing to call somebody weepy drunk. That is so embarrassing. I'd rather call somebody
I've never
horny.
been that big on calling when I'm hammered. Like I've talked to people hammered before, but like not a crazy amount.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not a go-to move or anything.
My brother was a big call you. Hey.
I've definitely talked to siblings hammered a bunch of times.
Yeah, you have to.
Because that's fun.
Yeah. At
Like
some
they,
point.
they call you at like 9:30 on a Friday. You're like, all right, let's let it loose a little bit.
Yeah, you've had a couple yourself. You're like, all right.
See what happens.
Yeah, let's see what we're talking about. Let's check in. Yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah, fun time.
Yeah, being drunk and weepy, that is great to check your playlist to see where you ended the night.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I always know.
Bro, when we talked about the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald on the show, that coincided with me having one of those nights.
Yeah, I used to be a big, I would go through Facebook memories or something, look at some old pictures.
I hate those.
Woo, an old picture will crash your night, dude.
No.
You'll be out at the bar about 8 drinks deep. What's going on in the old memories?
No, never.
Devastating.
Honestly, I'm at a point where most of the ones, when they pop up, I delete them.
Oh, I got some statuses, son. I might start posting them. I got some statuses.
Wild stuff.
Just some shit where I like quoted songs like that are not prolific. A lot of atmosphere quotes.
Yup, that'll happen.
Happens.
Oops.
Yeah, I mean, it just... Yeah, I mean, you're just on... Thank God my whole life hasn't been digitized because I was so cringy for so long as a child.
Oh, yeah. It was... I hate who I was when we started this podcast. It's a real high turnover rate on me. That's why I don't listen back to anything I do. Like, it's painful for me to listen to the recording of the stand-up I did on the way home.
Yeah. That is a tough one.
Because it's like, I hate everything that I just did.
Yeah. Do you think you get over that?
No.
Or do you think some people, you never
get
over
used
that?
to your voice.
Yeah.
Like, I get used to, especially like when you start doing longer sets and you're listening to like 20, 30 minutes. I've found that like by minute 5, I'm just used to it. Like the suffering is maxed out and I've become numb to it.
Yeah. Because I think that's a big thing with people. People hate fucking public speaking. I think that's like a number one fear of people.
Yeah, Jerry Seinfeld had a joke about that.
Really?
You
It's
ever
a-
heard that joke?
No.
Classic Seinfeld joke.
No, I don't really listen to much Seinfeld.
It's what was it? Public speaking is the number one fear ahead of death. That means that at a funeral, most people would rather be in the casket than doing the eulogy.
That's a good one. Dude. Fucking, I don't know. Funerals are so bizarre.
Yeah.
When we were talking about laughing at them, they are so bizarre. I don't think I want one at all.
No.
Not at all. It's just, do you think that's phasing
like-
out with
so-
us, like our generation
Yeah.
of like not having?
So like with my brother, it's a funeral effectively, but it wasn't like we did cremation and then like a couple months later did like a thing.
I see. Yeah, celebration of life.
Yeah,
that's what they
yes.
did with my cousin.
Much better.
Way better. Way better.
Much better.
Just-
Gives you a little bit more time to process.
Yeah. It's like, what are we doing?
But like not so much time that you're all the way through where you're like digging up unneeded.
right. But it's
trauma,
like,
you're
dude.
yeah.
I mean,
It was
like
good.
I said, when the first time I walked into a wake and somebody was there with an open casket, that flipped me the fuck out. And people are like wailing on the casket. It's like, maybe we should have postponed this. Maybe we should have fucking backed this off a couple of days. This lady does not seem ready. Like, this is fucking intense. That was the
Well,
first time.
it's not going to get better.
That was the first time I ever was in a limo. That was at a funeral.
Okay.
At my grandfather's funeral.
Mm.
That was the first time I ever saw my mom cry. I was more
Yeah.
weirded out by that. My grandfather, no open casket. He's like,
Yeah.
his words exactly were, I don't want a bunch of people looking at me while I'm dead.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a good impulse.
As a kid, I'm like, oh, okay. Now as an adult, I'm like, I'm on Jack's side 100%. Yeah, we saw my
Yup.
mom cry. Flipped. My whole life, I'd never seen my mom cry. I was like, whoa. And then we got to get in a limo. They just let the kids all get in a limo. I was like, dude, you know.
Yeah.
As a kid, I was like, I mean, it's not all bad.
Like, this is the best day ever.
I didn't really know Papa like that. You're telling me there's a sunroof? Dude, first time in the limo is huge, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think mine was like I had a cousin. This is pretty white trash. My
All
first time in a limo was my cousin had one for her prom, I think, and we lived very nearby.
Yeah.
So we were like, we got to go see the limo.
No,
But the Minnesota equivalent of that.
So y'all just pulled up and checked the limo out?
Yeah, actually, I think they might have rolled by our place.
Oh,
To show
nice.
off the limo.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. They got to flex a little bit.
That still might be my only time in a limo.
Did you get in or just?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like we didn't
Damn.
go anywhere.
You
I
didn't
just
get the
got
ride?
in. No ride. No, I think I've never been in a limo other than that.
Man. We used to take a limo to concerts when I was in high school. Because my dad's friend owned a limousine. Like, he had one, so we could pay the driver. So, like, when I was, like, 17, my dad was like, listen, y'all just pay this dude, like, $300. And that way you don't have to worry about parking. You don't have to worry about, and I don't have to worry about you idiots going
Yeah.
there to a 311 concert.
I mean, honestly, that's not a bad. I should start doing that.
Bro, when we would
I should
pull
start.
up,
I should start getting limos for mics.
dude, that would be awesome. Fucking I thought about this too. I was like, dude, I got some party lights and we should put in sevens. Have some fucking lights
Oh
going,
yeah,
dude.
donate party lights to
Yeah.
Seven
I was
Seven
like,
Fest.
instant party. Yeah,
That
you
would
gotta
be
have
awesome.
that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Not while you're driving. You got it. That's a parked only
Yeah.
situation.
I mean, bring them here, and I can make
Yeah,
sure.
I thought about it the other day when I saw them. Because
you're not going to need those with the twins.
Nah, maybe. Fuck a little monocle thing hanging over. I'll just have some lasers to get them little wolf babies.
Rave babies.
Bro, dude, they like the handpan already.
I know you keep saying it.
I think they're gonna love it.
I hope that one of them starts crying every time they hear it.
No, I think they're gonna like it. I don't know. Hopefully,
You're going to be giving.
I've been watching a lot more fucking women's sports because I'm like, is this
Come on,
what
babe.
I
I gave him a sound bath today. Fucking you and your hippie bullshit.
got? Yeah, dude, they're gonna have little tie dye onesies. Got to little wook babies. Got full heads of hair. Get them locked out. It's crazy. You can see the hair on the
Wait, really?
on the sonogram.
Whoa, they got hair.
Already. The lady was like, you see this? I was like, yeah. She's like, yeah, that's hair. I was like, that's crazy. I didn't think they got hair yet. Because one of my friends was posting pictures of her baby. That thing's bald as shit.
Yeah.
And it's old.
Losers.
God, I hope they're not ugly. I was worried about that.
You're scared?
I don't think so. We're both. I mean, she was showing me her kid pictures. She's really cute as a
You'll be
baby.
fine.
Yeah. But
All right.
I wonder, do you know they're ugly?
Here's the thing. I think that to test it, there's one true test. Keegan, I'm your friend. You give me pictures, baby pictures, not like the too early baby pictures,
Yeah.
but like they're cleaned up, but they're
Yeah.
like in the hospital level baby pictures. No context. Boom. Show them to me. I will tell you if your babies are ugly.
All right.
I'll be honest.
All right. I don't think they're going to be, but all right.
And here's the thing. You need to remember that for me, because I am not interested in babies.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You're a fair
Like,
judge. You're going to be
yeah.
a fair judge.
Yeah.
Because my friend posted pictures, and I was like, God.
Yeah.
On Facebook.
But also,
Then I
don't
felt guilty that I said that.
I don't look at enough babies to really, I feel like, have a lot of context.
Yeah.
So,
They're going to possibly look the same.
no way.
I don't know.
I thought that it was pretty much locked in that they're going to look the
Yeah,
same.
they're identical, but one's going to be bigger. So far, one's bigger.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think we'll be able to tell by the size, but then the lady said they're going to catch up really fast. Because one is like 6'14", and one is 5'8".
Heights.
Yeah. Dude, could you imagine? Which is crazy that
6'14" is.
I was like a 9-pound baby.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Fat ass.
How big were you?
I don't know.
You don't know? Have you ever asked what time? People started
Yeah,
going into
at
signs,
some
and I
point,
wanted to
but-
disappear the
Dude,
other night.
Signs.
Dude, it's like, oh, you're going to have Leo girls. It's just like on the Homer Simpson meme. Just
Yeah, you're like, who gives a shit? It's crazy how astrology is such a thing, because, like, I would say 95% of the times that people have been like, what's your sign? Oh, that means this. They're like, not really.
yeah.
Doesn't really match up.
Just tell them the wrong sign. That's what I do. I tell them Cancer, and they're like, you're such a Cancer. It's like, idiot.
Right.
Aquarius.
Right.
Foiled your plan. No, astrology,
It's pretty mindless.
it's TikTok astrology now. So
Oh.
nobody even knows about it. At least like in the 90s, like somebody actually knew about it. Now they've just seen like 20 TikToks. It's not good.
All right. I don't think I've one time in my life looked at anything related to astrology and been like, I really care about this. And like, this really seems like it's going to be helpful in some way.
Yeah. That was always a rough one. When you go on a date and they start going into that. Or they want to know the time you're born. You're like,
Yeah.
I don't fucking
If I'm
know.
on a date with a lady and she goes into astrology, we're splitting the bill.
For sure.
This is it. That's it.
Check.
I mean, we're going to finish we're going to finish the meal, and then we're going to get in our separate cars and go home.
Have you ever done a tarot card reading?
No.
We should do that on the podcast.
Why?
We should have somebody read out because you're so against it. It'll be great.
It's fucking
It's
bro. I swear to God, if you bring in somebody to do tarot cards, I'm gonna be like, oh, I have my own deck, and then I'm just gonna hand them a deck of cards because it doesn't matter. The Queen of Hearts. It means whatever you say it means.
Yeah.
We're making shit up, man.
Yeah. Tarot cards is fun though. It's fun. People get really into them.
Yeah.
I walked in one time backstage at Southbound, and this girl was doing coke and tarot cards, and I was furious. It was like, not
Yeah.
only are you not supposed to be in the green room, but secondly, who the fuck is listening to you? Like, she's allowing somebody. Somebody's letting her read their cards. was
I
like,
don't
"Get the
think
fuck outta
that
here."
I'm gonna get along well with a person who is convinced that tarot cards are real.
Yeah, it's the same thing as religion. It's like people that are so against religion, but they've backed themselves into a religion with crystals and tarot cards.
Yeah.
You're like, bro, this is the same fucking
Mhm.
thing. Like, what are we doing here? Yeah, I don't know. The new religion is almost more obnoxious. The religion of like spirituality drives me crazy.
Yeah. Well, because it's such a like create your own religion
Yeah,
system of looking at it,
I mean,
which is fun. It's fun. It's fun to experiment with ideas in your head about the universe. But like at the end of the day, we're all guessing.
yeah, a lot.
We're all guessing. Go to work. Do something. Make it. Make something happen.
Yeah.
Like you can think about it a lot, and you should. I think to some extent, 'cause
Yeah.
it makes you smarter.
Yeah, you shouldn't just never think about it.
But you also like can't stare into the void all day, every day.
No,
But that's my problem. I like it. I like staring into the void.
you can't.
It's fun.
You got to have some sort of anchor in reality.
Yeah.
And you can't be too much in reality. You got to spend a little time staring into the void. Because if you're too much into reality, now you're looking at.
I'm testing the out of reality.
You have
side.
to. Dude. Sometimes you have to. You got to take
Yeah.
a break. I mean, we have Hulk Hogan ripping his shirt off at a political rally. You have Meg the
I
Stallion.
think everybody's taking a break from
Dude,
reality.
when Meg the Stallion was twerking on stage at the Kamala Harris rally, I was like, we have entered into a dangerous place. The dude from the Migos.
Yeah. I mean, it's dangerous, but it's fun. It's more. This is the
You
most
have to.
fun time
You
that
have to
could
just
be a
have fun.
human.
Otherwise, your head's going to
Because here's
explode.
the thing. Because here's the thing. It's over soon, and when it ends, it's coming quick. So
I
have
hope
fun. So have fun while you are capable of having fun.
Yeah. You have to enjoy it.
Yeah. Because, and here's the thing. It might not happen in our lifetimes.
I don't think
I
it
think
will.
it will.
I don't think so. I don't think we're that lucky.
We
I
have
think it keeps going.
There's enough unprecedented weirdness going on in parallel that I think is going to push us
Do
over
you
the
think
edge.
this is the weirdest time ever?
Ever?
Like politically right
No.
now. Like in this climate.
No. I mean, define weird. That's really the question.
More of like, it feels more like it's
I would say
stage like wrestling.
yes.
It really feels like it's theatrics. It's
So I think it's always been that, but there was never a behind the scenes before. It was like imagine if you were
okay. I never thought
imagine
about
if you watched wrestling, but like you didn't hear anything about the person. Hulk Hogan didn't have a TV show. It was just like all that you know of this guy is talking that way, acting that way, and doing this thing.
that. Okay. So you're saying, yeah, you get so much more of their life
Yeah.
and their
Yeah. And they have to put more out. And the more they put out, the more it becomes clear that none of them are authentic people.
Oh, I think that's inherent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when they could control the entire message of what they looked
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
it was much easier to be like not a real human
Yeah.
and pretend you were.
I think John F. Kennedy was kind of the first person you got a little sneak peek of his.
Well, the inside anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a spectacle at this point.
Yeah. Well, no, it's the most entertaining season of America that's ever been.
They're definitely jumping the shark for
Yeah.
sure.
No, they are. We've gone full Sharknado.
Yeah.
You know?
We
Where-
are like, fuck it, dude. Put
Yeah.
Meg the Stallion out there. Who gives
Yeah.
a shit?
Yeah, America is basically what the Avengers movies are.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we're doing Iron Man shit, dude. We're dropping bombs on poor people
Definitely.
around the world.
Yeah. Yeah. And
We're doing Iron Man shit.
it's getting to that point.
Yeah.
We have cameos just like Deadpool. We got Netanyahu's popping up, dude.
I mean, we have Cameo as a app that you can order famous people reading a script to you.
yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, it's a weird time. It's an unprecedented time, I think. I think it's only going to get weirder. Did you see Joe Rogan's special, the live one?
Nope. I
Dude,
don't have Netflix.
he did it live, which you're putting so much trust into the crowd
Yeah.
to not just
yeah.
completely tank that.
Yeah.
Like, just not.
Did it go good though?
I didn't. My
Bro, Joe
mother-in-law-
Rogan has so much money that he could vet every single person in an arena.
Yeah.
He could be like full background checks on everybody. Make sure they've been a listener for years.
Well, I'm sure nobody had a phone.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I think if you cause a problem there, they had that facial recognition. Like, I think you're banned forever.
Was it good though?
I didn't watch the whole thing. My mother-in-law and them were watching. They were laughing from the other room. I didn't really watch it. It's
Yeah.
hard especially when other people are watching it. I don't want to be a killjoy, so I just go
you
do
want to
something
watch
else.
it alone.
Well, I just don't. If I'm not laughing, I feel like it's like everybody's like, well, they start worrying about you. Like, you don't like it? You want to watch something else? It's like, just too critical. Oh, dude, I watched the new Ghostbusters. What a steaming pile of horse shit that
bad.
was. God
Damn.
damn it, dude.
Damn. Dude, I remember the first time I saw Ghostbusters, it was probably my favorite movie I had ever seen up to that point.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters really was like,
It was the
whoa.
coolest. My brother showed it to me.
It's
It was
so
like
cool.
the coolest. I think, you know what somebody was saying? Somebody was like, you know why all the TV shows suck? It's because of the writer's strike. They're like, this is just like where the writer's strike was, and we haven't caught back up. Because this is all the stuff that was in production when I was like, I would like to see a timeline because that would make sense.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's hard when you're watching like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul too, and then you go to watch like a Ghostbusters movie where you're like, this is fucking dog shit.
I mean, it's also like they're just like
It's nostalgia porn.
they're dragging out all of the nostalgia horses and beating them once again.
To death. And
Well,
then
they're
they didn't
dead.
even
They're
make
dead, and they just keep on.
Yeah. They're just fucking it now. They're
Yeah.
like the dead horse is getting fucking.
That's a good description.
Yeah, somebody's just,
Every once in a while, though, like Roadhouse, better than the original, because the original was a shitty movie,
terrible.
and the new one is at least an entertaining action.
It
movie.
knew what it was.
Yeah.
It knew exactly where it was going. I think Conor McGregor is going full Roadhouse. I think he's just turning into that
Yeah.
person.
I think he won't. I think he won't fight because he wants to keep doing steroids.
Yeah, it's like the Joker. It's like he
Yeah.
wants once he played that role, he's like, I've had a taste of this life.
I feel like the safest bet you could make on Conor McGregor is how long before he dies of a drug overdose.
Over under, I'm definitely taking the under.
Yeah.
Sadly.
I mean, what if I put it at like 5 years?
Taking the over. He's
Over
got
on
too
that?
much money.
Yeah.
Too much money. I mean, what's that guy that's the poker guy that has all the chicks? Dan Blazarian?
I don't
That
know.
guy's had like 4 heart attacks. If he's still alive, he could fucking...
Yeah, that's true. Dick Cheney's still kicking, so.
Yeah, dude. Keith Richards? And he's still alive? Jesus Christ. Yeah, Dan Blazarian. That guy is just like the quintessential, like, fuckboy.
He is poker.
Yeah. Dude, the story about him, though, is the dopest where he won, like, whatever it was, like $7 million, and he ordered a flight from the table. Like, got the private jet lined up. So, like, as soon as he left the table, he, like, looked at his boys and was like, we're headed to wherever the fuck they went.
That's fun.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
It would be so cool to have that kind of money.
Just like, hey, you want to go eat the best sushi ever? Google it.
You know what would be, I think, my ideal.
Yeah, what is
The
your
best?
idea here? All right.
So I
I
think
like this.
I think I could do this for a few years before I would be like, I
Let's
need
be
to
real. We're
do
flying out to get cow beer and cheese curds.
if money, well, yeah, that's going to be part of it. I would not live anywhere permanently, probably. I would just go like get short-term housing that's super expensive because it's short-term. But if I'm that rich, like,
Yeah.
just go be like, okay, I want to live here for 2 months, and then I'll just get on a plane and I'll go and I'll live somewhere else for a couple months.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah. Or you could do it like if you wanted to stay.
Circle back different places every
Well,
once
if
in a
you
while.
wanted to keep the income going, like if you didn't have just like incredible wealth and you wanted to keep it going,
Yeah.
you just buy places and just rent them out, and then you have
Yeah.
places everywhere you can
Tim
stay.
Dillon, that shit.
Dude, that would be incredible. My uncle, who owns the law firm, the dude that's Drake's lawyer, he had a place in
Which, by the way,
Austin.
that guy must be sweating.
I was like, are you going to sue Kendrick, dude? Y'all going to let this stand? Bro, he's...
Oh.
That's
I mean,
terrible.
well, here's the thing, because now that it's out there like that, how long before you're going to have a tough job?
I wonder if he was just punching the air, because it's like, I don't know if they saw, like, memes are powerful. You're forever the A minor. That's forever, dude. That's forever. Like, you can't even, you know how many times people are going to scream that at you everywhere you go? That's like Hootie and the Blowfish. It's like whatever his fucking name is, he gets mad at people for calling him Hootie.
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
You did this to you.
You are Hootie
You-
forever.
You have become
You're not
Hootie.
better than Hootie. Shut the fuck up, dude. You're Hootie, dude. I don't care if you did Wagon Wheel. You're still Hootie in my book. Fucking idiot. What's his name? Darius Rucker?
I have no
Dude,
idea.
Darius Rucker, my dad took my mom to a Hootie and the Blowfish concert,
Oh, that tracks.
right? So they're out, Chastain. The Hootie and the Blowfish come out. It's like everybody cheers and then it gets quiet. And my dad was like, the only thing you could hear is my mom go, Hootie's black?
Whoa. Oh, Lucinda. Okay.
I had no idea. My dad was like, well, yeah, he's black, but like,
I mean, to be fair, I learned that probably 2 years ago.
yeah. It's a funny question, but my dad was like,
Yeah.
it was so embarrassing.
But saying it loud, dude, like that's not at the time.
was like-
That's like in the car ride.
It was
back.
it was loud when she said
Yeah.
it. Like she was gearing up to ask it because it was super loud. And then it died down right as she asked it. My dad was like, holy shit.
Bro, here's the thing. I bet that Hootie hates it because every night he hears that. I bet it happens every night.
Yeah, he's out there trying to
Some-
he's trying to steal country people's money. He's like, bro, leave me.
I
be."
just think somewhere in the audience, like he like walks out, there's the cheer, and then there's that moment of silence. And I bet that every single night he hears some lady go, Hootie's black?
Yeah,
Every night.
yeah.
That's probably why he hates it.
No, he just hates Hootie. He wants
I mean,
to separate himself.
most reasonable people hate Hootie, but
I love Hootie and the Blowfish, bro. I'll hit Hootie and the Blowfish at karaoke anytime. That's one of my go-tos. I like only want to be with you, dude. I told you that story about Lil Jon. I've never told you the Hootie and the Blowfish story,
no.
dude. One time, Lil Jon, you can't. This is like a meme. You can't even make this up. I have it saved on my phone. I get a text at like 3:30 in the morning, and it's like, dude, dolphins make me cry. He was talking about the Miami Dolphins. Hootie's from Miami. I was like, dude. He always thought about that. So he thought he meant dolphins make him cry. Like, what a
That's
bitch.
hilarious.
It's at like 3:45 in the morning. I'm like, dude, how much have you smoked? Like, where are you at? You're not driving, are you? You pull over. He's like, dude, he's from Miami. I just pictured him like, dude, just like listening somewhere in the dark.
Here's the thing.
A
That
glove,
that
a cell
is
phone.
a pretty sick realization to have by yourself at 3 a.m. Like, put yourself in his shoes. You're like, whoa, I gotta tell
I
somebody.
guarantee you it's because he saw the video. Because that's the only way I put
Oh.
2 and 2 together. Because when I saw the video, he said a Miami Dolphins shirt. And I was like, oh. I just remember listening to it like, what a bitch. That's a weird bitchy thing to throw in there.
I don't know that song.
Oh. Yeah. I'm sure you've heard it.
Probably.
But yeah, I was like, you've definitely heard
But
it.
I haven't liked it enough to look up who wrote it.
That's when you're in a bad place, bro.
By the way, that's how I live my life musically, where I assume bands are bad that I haven't listened to. Is like, if you're talking to me about it, like I've heard about it, I've probably heard the songs and not given a shit enough
yeah.
to look
I was about to
into
say,
it.
you've been in a grocery store. You've heard Hootie
Yeah.
and the Blowfish.
I've heard it.
Yeah.
I just don't care.
What if you have to do anything on karaoke? What would be your karaoke
nope.
go-to? Never. You're just not gonna do it.
Suicide.
Yeah. You're like, I'll just dive onto my sword.
I'll hang myself by the mic cable.
How tragic! You're like, that guy lost fantasy football. It wasn't that serious.
No, I don't. I've done it very few times, and
Oh,
I've
you've
never
done it?
felt good about it.
What'd you do when
I
you did
don't
it?
remember.
Oh.
Heavy drinking times. Like, if I do karaoke, you should probably get me to like the hospital so I can get my stomach pumped. That and dancing. If I'm doing either of those, I'm too drunk.
Yeah, like if I'm doing a combination of both, I'm on a speedball. I'm Belushian out.
Yeah.
I had a girl one time that I really pushed to do karaoke, and she got up there and disgraced Tracy Chapman. It was so bad.
That's my problem. Is I'm horrible, so I disgrace.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Yeah.
It was like I like immediately was like,
I'm the one
this
that
is why you don't do this.
I'm the one that you will apologize to me after I get off because you pushed me into it and I told you.
Yeah.
It's like that situation.
Yeah, but you're like you did tell me.
Yeah. I'm like I told you it was going to be horrible and it was going to make you feel bad, and then you pushed me into it more.
Yeah.
So now you feel bad. Well, along with the rest of this bar.
I'm not looking forward to bartending again. I just got a job bartending again. Karaoke is rough, dude.
Yeah.
While you're working, shit is not cute. It's not fun. It's not cute. It's a
People
long
get too
shift.
drunk for karaoke.
It's a long shift, dude.
Do they do trivia?
The trivia is fun. I like trivia because I like to.
better.
A lot of times when you work, a lot of places will let you have a bar team. You can do trivia. We did Harry Potter trivia the other day.
Ew.
There was 98 teams. I was like, holy shit, dude.
What?
At Reformation Brewery.
Dude.
Outside. It was awesome. Their trivia is the shit.
That's like...
It's not always Harry Potter, but...
I feel like the only thing that could be bigger would be either Disney or Star Wars, which is the same thing now.
Well, and they had... I've never done trivia like this. They had different stations set up where you took your answers, set up by the houses.
Whoa.
Because that's how many people were there.
That's insane.
Because they had to have four
Are
different...
they always doing it like that? It's that
I guess
big?
it's that big. They were saying that they usually have... Not that big as Harry Potter, but they usually have like outdoor multiple teams like that. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because like I'm 43 days not drinking, so I was just ripping that pen until I was like, what are we doing again?
Yeah, trivia.
Harry Potter is tough too. There was people dressed in Harry Potter garb. I was like, we have no chance.
Here's the thing. Like anything that you like, if it affects your fashion, it's a problem and you should cut it out of your life.
I mean, yeah, they were younger kids, but we were definitely talking shit. We were
fuck these
booing their
kids.
team. Every time they called out their team name, we were like, boo. We were
and I bet it
expecto
was the worst
prectorum.
pun.
I don't know what. Ours was expecto prectorum. That was Christina's. And we only had two people. We were playing against like teams with like 30 people.
Is Christina a big Harry Potter person?
Yeah. Loves Harry Potter. She was pulling shit out where you're like, how do you know that? It was one of those trivia games where like a couple of teams would get it and you're like, how do you know that? Like what kind of level of autism do you have that you remember how many bulldogs the lady had that's not even a main character in one of the books? It wasn't even in the movie. I was like, what the fuck, dude? It's a little autistic
Dude,
kid.
people
Was like,
get
12.
real into it, yeah.
It is fun though when you know. When you know,
when you know one
with
of
trivia,
those, yeah.
and when you get the lower voice, that's when you're like,
yeah. When they read it and you immediately look at your friend.
immediately you go,
I got it.
Oh, nothing is worse than when you have it and somebody's like, I think it's something. Shut the fuck up. I'll bet my mom's life on it. But you don't, dude.
The worst is when your friend convinces you that you're wrong and then they're wrong.
Travesty.
Not a friend anymore.
No, I was about to say that's grounds for getting kicked off the trivia team.
Yeah.
You get 3 strikes.
You've shown that you don't trust me even when you're bullshitting.
Yeah. It's like you got to go with gut. Gut is always right. That's how I'm a big go with your gut on trivia.
By the way, I'm horrible at trivia.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm okay at it. I actually know a lot of random shit.
I know a lot of random shit, but very little of it is the stuff that they put into trivia. So, like, this trivia stuff is not what I know.
Well, see, what I figured out, this is how nerdy I am, is you have to find your trivia. Because there's different people that run trivia different ways and have different approaches. It's like, once you find, that's why you go to a place and it'll be packed for trivia. Because once you find a trivia host that you're like, I like the way he questions, I like the way the scoring's done. It's like, dude, the best I ever had was it was down neck and neck. It was like us and another team. And the bonus question was, what is the blood code to the original Mortal Kombat? I was just like, oh, baby boy. And I looked across the table. I knew these fucking nerds did. They were like Disney team. They were crushing us on like movie Disney shit. I was like, who the fuck watch
Yeah.
Flubber,
But
bro.
then they came
Like,
in with that Mortal Kombat at the
Dude,
end. Hey, I grew up with Flubber.
A-B-B-A.
Robin Williams is a genius.
they knew a Flubber question, and I was like, check their phones. They must have Googled, dude. That's the worst when you think a team is cheating and you're hawking them. Hi, guys on Facebook.
You're like walking around to get.
And
To
it's
get
like
angles.
for a $20 gift card or
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
yeah.
It's like a
chain.
yeah, something I would probably give away. Some guy gave me
Something you will lose by the end of the night.
yeah, for sure. Dude, my brother is the king. My brother is like the drunken master of trivia. He
Yeah.
will sit there and just get blacked the fuck out. And just out of
And just
nowhere,
know
like,
everything.
dude, I swear to God, one time he knew what is the lady that won like You've Got Talent? Some like just some country music woman that like he pulled out of
He just
nowhere
knew it
in
out
a
of the
drunken
blue.
age. He's like Reba McEntire. You're
Oh,
like, what?
you don't know about Reba
Bro,
McEntire?
no, he just knew it was like a hard like bonus question of like her album, and you're like, looking at him, he was like nonverbal for an hour. I was like, dude,
And then he just goes,
hey, it's Reba McEntire. I'm like, all right, it's Reba McEntire. He knows. Blake knows so much random shit. Blake is somebody that I've called for some Hootie and the Blowfish questions. One time I called my brother at 4 a.m. and asked him where ants go in the winter. He was like, you could tell he like woke up. He's like, dude, how fucking high are you? He's like, ants hibernate like bears. They go down into the He's like, don't call me again unless you're dying.
yeah, that's an upsetting thing to get woken up for.
My brother was always good about it.
Like
though.
an easy Google.
Yeah, that was before Google. I was like in high school, bro.
Oh,
Just
okay.
sitting at the house high as shit. Like Blake will know. He's in college. He's probably studying
Remember
for
when
a
you
test.
used to think that college meant smart?
No, yeah. And then I went to college and
You're
saw
like,
it. I was like,
oh.
oh, this is just crazy.
Oh, Blake is just smart on his own in college.
yeah. This has nothing to do with college. Yeah, I went to Athens. My first peak of college was UGA. I was like, what the fuck?
Good.
And he was a punk. So he's like in the punk scene. So like his friends had like mohawks and were in bands.
Hell
And I
yeah.
was just like, I didn't even know that was a fucking option.
Yeah, dude.
We good? What are
Yeah,
we
oh,
at?
yeah, we're over an hour.
Nice.
We did
All
it.
right.
Patreon.
Nice.
Patreon.